All right, I want to show you how to fill out this W-4 form. The real problem with this form, unlike the old one where you could pick single and how many children you have, this one is actually asking you to calculate your tax return. How many children you have times this exemption times that exemption, how much income you have from your other job, your pension, your wife's wages, deductions you expect to have, and extra withholding at the bottom. Really, that's your tax return. And most of you aren't going to have time or inclination to calculate that. So your easiest answer to this form is to check single. Now, what if you're married? Should you check the married box? Well, only if your wife doesn't work. If your wife is working, you have to come down here and add in her income and do all sorts of math to try to get this form to work right. You're better off if your wife is working just to check single. Even though you plan on filing married, this is just telling them how to withhold taxes, not what you're going to file at the end of the year when you file your tax return. So checking single on here is the easiest thing you can do to solve the problem. Second thing you can do down below, if you're always owing money, you can ask for an extra $25 or maybe $50 or $100 to be held out per payday from your paycheck to boost your withholding so you won't owe at the end of the year. This is also a big help for some of you that may have a larger paycheck or have other sources of income. Now, switching to the Arizona side, Arizona is quite simple. We have a 2.5% tax rate right now. So the only question is, do you want to break even, owe a little bit of money, or get a bigger refund? You're checking the 3 or 3.5% box will help you get a little extra money back at the end of the year, which is what I prefer to do. If you've got a pension, we use the W-4V form, which is slightly different. You get to pick the percentage you want held out. Much more convenient. This is the Social Security version, 7, 10, 12%. Pick the one that's useful for you. If you know your tax bracket, it starts at 12. If you've got higher income, pick 22. For pensions, sometimes they'll let you choose a percentage, like for your IRA withdrawal. 10% as the minimum, 22% if you've got higher income is pretty safe. If you're less than 59.5, you want the biggest percentage to let you hold out because you could owe 22% plus a 10% penalty. All right, that's what I wanted to let you know on the withholding forms. Remember, on the federal, check single, whether or not you're married. Just the safest thing to do. And on the Arizona, either 2.5% or 3%, whatever you'd like to have held out there, depending on how much you owed last year or would like to get this year. If you have any more questions, just give us a holler. Thanks.